Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today on Everything AeroPilates. Right now I wanted to go ahead and show you warm-up footwork with some variations that you can do. I'm starting on 2 cords. You can have 1 cord if you're a little less heavy than I am. If I did 1 cord, I'd probably get stuck out and I'd really have to squeeze my toes and pull myself back in, which is good. It's a good strengthening workout, but it's not something I really want to show on camera. So I'm going to do 2 cords. If you really want to work your leg muscles to be stronger, you can do 3 cords. But what I'm also going to be showing is foot position and then options for single leg and such. So let's get started. So all of your AeroPilates workouts on your DVDs start with warm-up footwork. And the first position that Marjorie Bergman does is with your heels together and your toes apart. And so you can go ahead and pump out with 2 cords, heels together. You're trying to keep them together the whole time. Your toes are apart and your knees are over your toes. So they're not trying to be separate from your toes. You're trying to keep them like one plank. So if my toes are turned out a little, my knee is going to be turned out a little. So my knees are over my toes and I'm just strengthening. Next she does the toes, or she has just her toes on the bar, if you can see that, and she tries to tighten her toes over the bar, and then she's going to push out. And in this case, my legs are together and I can be squeezing these together to really activate my inner thigh. Another option is to have hip width apart. You're going to get a whole different other feeling, work a little bit of different muscles for that one. She next does usually about bird on a perch, where the inside of your foot is on the bar. And this she mentioned in one video, this kind of acts like reflexology, and I can absolutely see that. So you curve your toes around the bar. Now you can have your knees together and squeezing again, and you're going to activate certain muscles. Or you can be hip width apart and activate different muscles, toes squeezing down over the bar. Another option that she does is she puts her heels on the bar, really flexes her toes back towards her head to activate the muscles of the front of the leg here. They can help you keep from tripping when you're older, or if you're just clumsy, like myself. So if you squeeze the legs together, or again, you can be hip width apart, but you really have your toes coming up towards you, your heels are on the bar, and you can go straight out and in. The last one that she can do, that she does for warm-up footwork, is either heels wide on the bar. Again, your knees are in line with your toes, like one board. So you can do it with heels, or you can put your toes curled around the bar and do it with your toes. Variations for any of these are a 1-foot variation. Even for the V foot position, where your heels are together, your toes are apart, you can lift out your leg, or you can push it through the bar and do a one-legged exercise. For toes, high toes with your heels really high, it's like you're on your tippy toes. Your toes are curled around the bar. You can stretch out your foot, or you can put it through and do a one-leg variation. You can do that with anything. With the bird on a perch, you can do up or through. And with the heels, you can put your foot up or through. So you can also do that with the wide position. With one leg, I usually just hang my knot to the side if I'm doing that. And the point of AeroPilates is to really start with your both feet on the bar. And the reason you're going to do that is because it's going to help balance. You're pushing away at the same time together with your legs. They're both working equally as hard. So that's the point. But when you get more advanced, especially if you want to do 3 or 4 cords and you're doing one leg, when I did the 3 cords in one leg, there's a DVD that came with this model, my 20th anniversary model, that I did with that, and I did 3 cords, 1 leg. My legs were sore so much the next day. It really, really worked them. Another thing that you can see on the toe bar that you could choose to do is you have your V feet, but you can do heel lowers. And you're kind of doing tippy toes, under, tippy toe, or under, tippy toes, under, tippy toes, drop your heels, tippy toes, drop your heels. You can also do running at this in the beginning, or you can save it for end, where you bend one knee, put your other heel under the bar, bend one knee, put your other heel under the bar, and you can get a good pace with that. That's running. You can do this at the beginning of your workout, or a lot of people like it at the end of their workout to really stretch out your calves. So that is the warm-up footwork that you could do, and that's really great to do before any of your workouts if you have time. You definitely want your body to be somewhat warmed up. But the good thing about Aero Pilates is that it's gentle enough that you do not have to do an extreme workout. It's just always good to warm up muscles before you're working on. So one thing that you can do with Aero Pilates if you don't want to do the warm-up footwork is whatever workout or whatever muscles you are going to work, let's say you go to legs and straps first, you can start and with leg lowers, you can start a little lower of a range of motion for 5 and then take a bigger range of motion for the last 5, or if you want to do 10 in a bigger range of motion. Because it's so gentle, that's a great option for you. The same thing holds true with arms. You can do 5 shallow bicep curls and then really do some really good 10 really good bicep curls. So there are a lot of great options with this machine. I just wanted to show you the warm-up footwork. Again, you can be on the whatever cords you're comfortable with. You can do 5 if 10 is really hard for you, but 10 is the standard. I did hear it recommended once to do 15 if you're trying to lose weight, but I always do 10 and I'm still losing the weight and the size. If you want to do those 5 extra repetitions, that's totally up to you. And then the variation with the one leg really can add a challenge, but it's not recommended until you've been doing the Aero Pilates for a while because your legs get really balanced pushing together and they help balance the muscles. Like if your right side's a little stronger, when you're pushing together, it doesn't matter because your left side's working just as hard as your right side. And that's what's wonderful about this machine is how it balances your body. So definitely, even if you work up to the one-legged exercise, only do it here and there. Don't do it every time because you want to keep your body balanced. And if you go to only the one leg push-outs, for instance, and your right side is used more just in your daily life because you're right-handed, you are going to gain an imbalance. So it's definitely great for a switch-up option. However, make sure to do your regular warm-up footwork more often than you do the single legs so that you can stay balanced. Okay guys, let me know if you have any questions about the warm-up footwork or anything that I showed. Thank you for joining me again here at Everything AeroPilates. I will see you guys next time. Bye.